We'll go ahead and get started. Okay. So I'm excited that everyone's back. Who can raise their hand and tell us about the 2 animals we've learned about so far in our farm unit? We've learned about 2 of them. Who can tell me what those animals were? Ooh, I've got some friends. Let's see. Elliot, tell me the 2 animals.
Pig and cow.
The pig and the cow. Excellent job, Elliot. Who wants to share their favorite fact about either the pig or the cow that you learned from Old MacDonald? Let's see. I see some hands raised. Ryan, tell me your favorite fact of either the pig or the cow.
Chicken.
What about it?
Chicken.
Chicken?
Yes.
Oh, but we learned about the pig and the cow. What's something cool you remember about the pig or the cow?
The pig.
What about them?
It's not.
I know something I learned that was neat about pigs. Pigs are not actually messy animals. They're very neat and clean, and a lot of people use them as pets. Okay, let's mute our microphone back, and I'm gonna call in another friend. Carolyn. Carolyn, tell me something you learned about cow. Or cattle. Unmute your mic, Carolyn.
Cattle means.
Cattle's what?
What does cattle mean?
Cattle is like cows or bulls. That's called cattle. So if you have more than one, like if you have a cow and a bull, you could say, I have cattle on my farm. That's what that is. So that's something we learned.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, Arwie, what do you want to share?
That pigs wallow in mud.
They wallow in the mud. They roll around in the mud to help protect their skin, keep them cool, and keep the bugs off them. Very good. All right. Today, we are going to learn about a new animal on Old MacDonald's farm. And I'll tell you who it is through our song. So let's go ahead and sing our song. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. And on that farm he had a chicken, E-I-E-I-O. With a cluck cluck here and a cluck cluck there. Here a cluck, there a cluck, everywhere a cluck cluck. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. Okay, so as you can probably guess, today we're gonna learn about chickens. So on our KWL chart, I'm gonna write chicken up at the top. All right, who can tell me something we already know about chickens? What's something you already know? Oh, I love it, Carolyn. I love your farm hat. Oh, I see lots of hands up, so I have lots of friends that know about things. Anya, what's something you already know about chickens?
So, Daddy, let's hear.
I can hear you, Anya. What is it that you already know about chickens?
That chickens hatch eggs.
Chickens hatch from eggs. So chickens, I'm gonna put hatch. I'll write that, hatch. Or hatch. Goodness. From eggs. All right. What else do we know about chickens? They hatch from eggs. Russell, what do you know?
Chicken is a kind of bird.
It's a kind of bird. You're right. A chicken is a bird. Okay. Elliot, what do you know about chickens?
And that boy chickens are called roosters.
A boy chicken is a rooster. So boys are roosters. Okay, roosters. All right. What is something you want to know about a chicken? What's something you want to know that you don't already know? Is rooster R-O-O? Nicole, what do you want to learn about chickens today?
Does chicken egg could we eat?
Can we eat a chicken's egg? Or can we eat, what can we eat from a chicken? How about we put it that way? What?
I'm saying, could we eat the chicken's egg?
Yes, that's part of the chicken, so I'm going to put that down. What can we eat from the chicken? That's good. Put your mute on.
The chicken's eggs.
Yeah. Can we eat from chickens? All right. What else do we want to know? Estelle?
What do the chickens eat?
Okay, what do chickens eat? What do chickens eat? Okay. All right. So those are the things we want to know. Very good. Old MacDonald is going to tell you all about chickens today. Listen carefully to find out about our main topic or main idea, chickens. Here are some vocabulary words we're going to hear in this story. Perching. Perching. This chicken is perching on a fence. Perching. That means to sit on if you're a bird. Perching. Another word you're going to hear in this story are predators. Predators. Predators are animals that attack another animal for food. A predator of a chicken is an owl, a raccoon, and a fox. Those are predators of chickens. They want to eat chickens. Okay. We'll get started. I am going to turn into our narrator with my hat. I am now Old MacDonald. I'm not Miss Cates. I'm Farmer McDonald. Old MacDonald here. This time I want to tell you about chickens. I I have a few chickens on my farm, but some farmers have lots of chickens. Chickens are birds, but they do not really fly. Did you know that? A chicken's a bird, but they don't really fly.
Just like flamingos.
Yep. Like any bird, chickens do have feathers, feet, and beaks and wings. These are their feathers. There's their feet, their beak, and their wings are in their feathers on the side. And sometimes, but chickens cannot fly. They can flap their wings, and sometimes chickens can get a few feet off of the ground or even to the top of a shed roof. But chickens' bodies are not suited for flying. What might happen if a chicken could fly? What would happen to the chickens on the farm if they could really fly like some other birds in the sky? What would happen to them, do you think? Ryan?
There was a steak.
They might fly away, right? And then
Yes.
Farmer McDonald would not have any chickens left on his farm. Very good. Some farmers let their chickens out in the yard to peck around for insects, seeds, and other foods on the ground. To peck means to use their beak and get the food. So they take their beak and they peck it on the ground and try to pull out things from the soil. As long as there is food to be found, chickens tend to stay close to home. So there's little need to worry about chickens roaming away. Generally, chickens need help from the farmer to get all the food they need. The farmer feeds them special pellets called chicken feed, or he can feed them dried corn, wheat, or oats. Feed means to give food to something, but feed can also mean a type of food that the animal eats. At night, and all the time on some farms, chickens live in a chicken coop. A chicken coop is not a fancy shelter. It usually consists of a small building where the chickens make their nests and where they can roost or sleep at night. The chicken coop also has a fenced-in dirt yard. The main reason for having a fence is to keep other animals out. Chickens are tasty, and because they can't fly, they would be easy prey for other animals. Prey is what other animals hunt. So chickens are prey for owls. A predator is the animal that hunts them. Owls, foxes, raccoons, weasels, and skunks are all examples of predators that hunt chickens. These creatures are nocturnal predators, meaning they are animals that hunt at night. So every farmer needs to make sure that their chickens are safely locked up in the coop every night before he or she goes to bed. Female chickens are called hens. Hens lay eggs, which people like to eat. On some farms, the farmer collects the eggs from the chickens' nests each morning and evening. The farmer takes the eggs. On other farms, the hens lay their eggs in cages with sloping bottoms so that the eggs roll out onto a conveyor belt. The farmer and his family eat the eggs or they sell them to other people. So if you lived on a really big farm that only raised chickens, they might have their chicken lay their egg in the coop and then it goes down this ramp when they lay it onto a conveyor belt. that collects all the eggs at one time. Eggs have hard shells. If you crack the shell, you can break open the egg and release the yolk, which is the yellow part, and white. Yolk is yellow and egg white is actually clear, though it turns white when you cook it. Some people like to eat fried or scrambled or boiled eggs for breakfast. I do. Eggs are also used to make other foods, including cakes, cookies, and other baked goods. They're used in recipes. This hen laid several eggs, and now she's sitting on her eggs. If the farmer does not collect the eggs, the hen will keep sitting on them to keep them warm and protected. This is called nesting. After the hen sits on the eggs for about 21 days, something amazing will happen. Now hang on a minute, 21 days. That's a long time. Did you know that there are 7 days in a week? So far, this is the 13th day in November. A month is usually 30 or 31 days. So, does it take a month for an egg to hatch or a little bit less? Raise your hand. Are we?
A little bit less.
A little bit less than a month, but almost a month for an egg to hatch. A chick will be born and it uses its beak to crack open the shell from the inside. For 21 days, the chick has gradually grown inside the egg. All this time, it has been using the egg yolk and white as its food. Within a few hours, the chick will be fluffy and yellow. On some farms, the eggs are hatched in incubators. Those are machines that warm the eggs just like a mother hen would. Hens are good mothers. They naturally know how to sit on the eggs to keep them warm and how to raise baby chicks. They will even sit on other hens or even other birds' eggs. Unlike cows and pigs, chickens do not produce milk to feed their young. After the chickens hatch, they quickly learn to scratch and peck. Soon these chickens will be ready to peck the ground to find food for themselves. So do they drink from their mother's milk? No. They only peck from the food they find in the ground. Male chickens, this is what Elliot was telling us, are called roosters. The farmer usually only keeps one rooster in the chicken coop. Roosters do not lay eggs. Like the hens you saw earlier, this rooster has a red comb on top of his head. See it? Up there at the top.
Hens are not colorful, but roosters are.
That's right. If you compare this rooster to the hen, just like Anya said, you would also notice that he has a large wattle. A wattle is the flap of bare skin that hangs down from the bird's throat. See it? Roosters have larger wattles than hens. Roosters are famous for perching, remember that means to sit, on fences and even on rooftops. If they can flap or scamper to the top of a barn and crowing cock-a-doodle-doo, roosters are alarm clocks for farmers because they often crow as soon as the sun starts to rise. And getting up early is just fine for farmers because they know that the early bird gets the worm. What does that mean? The early bird gets the worm. What does that that mean? It said birds eat worms. What do you think the early bird gets the worm means? Elliot?
Maybe it means that the one that wakes the farmer up gets a worm.
Okay, so if he's the first one up, if the rooster's the first one up, do you think he'll get more worms than the other roosters? Yeah, because he's the only one up. So it means the early bird gets the worm. If you get there first, you'll get more. So if I wake up early and get started on my work, I will finish my work before my friends and be able to play because the early bird gets the worm. Okay, roosters continue crowing from time to time throughout the day, but they usually do not go cockle-doodle-doo at night. Of course, farmers don't raise chickens just for their eggs. Many people like to eat chicken. One of my favorites is fried chicken, but some folks like to eat roasted chicken or barbecued chicken. A popular food many kids like to order when they go out to eat are called chicken fingers. Of course, chickens don't really have fingers. Chicken fingers are simply strips of cooked chicken meat that you eat with your fingers. Well, that's about everything I can tell you about chickens, and mine are probably getting hungry right about now, so I better go throw a scoop of feed into the chicken coop. Okay, so that was our lesson from Farmer McDonald about chickens. What was the main topic or main idea of today's lesson? Who can tell me? By raising your hand, what was the main topic or main idea of today's lesson? I want to call in a friend, Nicole.
Today's lesson is about chicken.
It was about chickens. Very good. Let's go back to our KWL chart. And I want us to write down some interesting facts that we learned about chickens.
It would be sad if we do that to chickens to get the meat.
Well, yes, but that's the way farms work, you know? Sometimes we eat the meat from other animals. Okay, so what is an interesting fact that you learned about chickens? I want to hear from you. What did you learn? What was interesting? Carolyn. Unmute your mic, sweet girl. There you go.
I learned
who can help her out? What's something that you learned? Adeline, tell me something you learned.
that roosters can open their eggs just by using their beak to chomp.
Okay, so that's a baby chick. Chicks can come out of their egg by using their beak. Very good. So, they, chicks, let me write this down. Oops. Hold on. I want to make sure I'm using my pen. Chicks can open, open eggs with their beak. Okay, chicks can open eggs with their beaks. What else did we learn today that you didn't know before? Estelle?
That it takes 21 days and 3 weeks for a little chickie to hatch out.
Very good. It takes 21 days for chicks to hatch. Chicks to hatch. We'll just put an H for hatch. Okay, so that's a lot of stuff. So we knew that chickens hatch from eggs. We didn't know that it took 21 days or that they use their beaks to hatch. We knew that chickens were birds, and we knew that boy chickens were called roosters. Did you know that a girl chicken was called a hen, not just a chicken? Oh, some of us did, some of us didn't. What can we eat from chickens? Well, we can eat their egg. We can eat their meat. Sometimes we have fried chicken or baked chicken or barbecue chicken. Chicken nuggets. Who loves chicken nuggets? I know just about everybody in here loves chicken nuggets or chicken fingers. Chickens don't really have fingers though. It's just chicken that you eat with your fingers. What do chickens eat? Do they eat milk? No. What do they eat? We talked about it in our story. Russell?
Feed.
They eat feed. Mm-hmm. And worms. They eat worms, feed. It said oats and wheat. You could also feed a chicken. Very good, boys and girls. Okay, I'm gonna ask you a question. I want you to think about it. Would you have chickens if you could at your house, and why? Would you have chickens at your house? If you could, tell me why. Elliot, would you have them at your house?
I do have chickens at my house.
Do you really, Elliot? Okay, awesome. So what do you like most about having chickens at your house? Do you get to collect the eggs every day? Is that a chore for you? Yeah, you like doing that? Is that fun?
Well, my parents or my brothers do, but
Not so much you. That's good though. I bet you like having fresh eggs every day. Fresh eggs are yummy, yummy. Would you want to have chickens at your house if you could? Why or why not?
I don't want to.
You don't want to? What's the reason why you wouldn't want to have them? Would you want to have to collect their eggs every day? Or clean up after them? Or maybe, would you like the rooster to wake you up when the sun comes up in the morning? No, I don't think I would either. All right, friends, we did a great job today. We're gonna learn more about farms and farm animals next week.
Right.
So you all have a wonderful weekend, and I will see you on Monday. Don't forget, if you have pictures of Diwali, send them to me. Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye, Mom.
What'd you say?
Can you tell them I have chickens?
Oh, man. Yeah, we'll tell them about that.
I
Shucks.
have 19.
I was nervous.
And I know all about chickens.
Yeah, you should tell them. When we do our review, why don't you do that with them on Monday? Because we have to review every day.
I know.
So that'll be a great thing to do for a review. And then they'll like that. They'll be more interested.